going on, guys? CPA here, back with another adventure. And in today's adventure, we're city biking again, of course. And number one PSA for all of you guys out there, even considering or have a city bike membership, the new app update actually updated it so that when your membership does expire, it does not tell you. So I've had a trip not too long ago, well, actually multiple trips where my membership actually expired, and I didn't know. I made those, I think, 4 or 5 trips around the city, and each time they charged me $3 to $4, which I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but considering my membership for the whole month is about, I think, $20-ish or $25, it doesn't make sense that only a 15-20 minute ride costing me $4 or $5. So if you do have the app and you're purchasing the membership, please, before you do get a bike, check it. It's really weird that this update made it so that it's even less convenient for riders, but I'm guessing because of pandemic they need to recoup their costs somehow, so they're making us suffer. And as I'm biking down, I always get so jealous when I see fixies or other people with their personal bikes, simply because I always want my own bike. Because let's be honest, it's your own bike. You can customize it. You can make it a lot faster than the city bikes. But I live in a very, very cramped apartment here in New York City, and it's just not practical to have your own bike and like bringing it into the elevator, getting it up there, and then your wheels are sometimes dirty, so it's a mess. So I'm very, very grateful that New York City is one of the few cities in America that has like recreational bikes that you can just take in, take out, clock in, clock out, and just dock it. So as I do climb these hills, it's always amazing when I go out on these adventures, simply because it's basically a leg day when I'm riding. It's a beautiful adrenaline rush, especially now when you see a car just all of a sudden sway into the parking lot. It's very instinctual where you have to react and you're always on your toes. So your mind is always constantly thinking multiple things all at once. Because right now, I'm listening to my podcast, I'm looking at my surroundings, I'm looking for pedestrian traffic. There's so much going on. Now, realistically, I understand multitasking is kind of a myth. You can only focus on one thing at a certain time. But as you do things like this, you just feel like you're doing more within a day. And let's be honest, lately, because of coronavirus and everyone's inside stuck indoors or limiting themselves going out there, we just feel like we're not doing as much as we should be doing. And this is the single biggest reason why most of us are really starting to overthink everything. And overthinking is a single thing that robs us from our true potential. Now, it used to be that overthinking only occurs when we're taking our shower or taking our baths, because that's what shower thoughts are, right? It's about what we could have said in an argument, or I could have said something and that would have made it float so much better. I hate myself. Why am I thinking of this now, right? But that's the overthinking that does nothing. It doesn't benefit you, right? You're just still stuck in the past. And that's just what we're dealing with right now with the pandemic. We just have too much time, and all this idleness is causing us to think back to all the things that we could have done. The FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. And during some very dark times, during this time period of overthinking, I've realized that this coronavirus that we're all dealing with right now, it's nothing new. In the grand history of all the viruses and deadly viruses in the past, we've had the plague, we've had SARS, we had the swine flu, H1N1. All of these were dire health scares. And when I was living through those back then, I never thought about the future. It was just fun to get out of school. I still remember actually, during school, we heard about, I think it was the swine flu when I was in elementary school. It was like 2005, where me and my friends, we faked a fever. All we did was we ran up and down the stairs until it got really, really hot, and we knew that the nurse, they were taking temperatures on the third floor, and if you were anything above 98 degrees, because I think the normal temperature is for a human person is 97. If you're anything above that, even like half a degree, they're gonna send you home right away, just in case that you were having a fever. Any type of fever would just deem you as sick. You need to go home and you need to like go to the doctor. So we did this. We got out of school and we were just happy. We didn't think about dying. At that point in time, we didn't think about the future, growing a family, saving up for 401k, for retirement. It was none of this. And now that we're older and more mature, we start thinking about this stuff. I was like, wow, this something like this, a virus can end our legacy in the moment. And what have we done so far? For me, being 20, not too much. I don't think about a lot of what I've been accomplishing over this time, which I'm just catching myself right now. I'm overthinking right now. So, how do you solve this idle thinking? Well, just occupying yourself by doing things that you love, picking up on a hobby. It could be old, new. Just don't think about the past. Because at the end of the day, we all are so concerned of what was and what will be. Yesterday was history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present.